What's good, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense here, and I have been surprised a few times before by fragrances, and this one surprised me. Before I get into it, if you're not a subscriber to the channel, please make sure you do that. Make sure you ring the bell for notifications. There's an icon that's going to open up above the bell. Hit all so you get all content uploaded by me through this channel. Like the video, thumbs up, share the video, and be active in the comment section. Now, if you are a true fan of this channel and of Mr. Cheap Sense, me, then you know off and on I've said this before. I've never been a real big Polo type fan. I don't like following trends and all that kind of stuff. I'm one of those people that if, let's just say Polo, Ralph Lauren Polo, not the Beverly Hills Polo, but the Ralph Lauren Polo is what's popping at the moment. I'm not one of those people who's going to run out like everybody else and buy all of this Polo stuff, make the prices skyrocket because everybody's looking for it or buying it, and then I'm looking like everybody else who's out here in the world. While everybody else has moved on from Polo, I'm that guy who's catching all the Polo stuff on sale now because it's not popping anymore, and I'll be rocking Polo while everybody else is into something else. I don't follow trends. I do my own thing, and that's how we rock over here. Like I said, I've never really been a big Polo fan. I do have I believe two or three Polo fragrances. I know I see two on the shelf, but most Polo fragrances don't tend to last long. They smell great, they just don't tend to last long. This one has moderate performance, and the fragrance that I'm talking about is one of the newer ones. It is the Polo Blue Gold Blend, which, if people didn't know, is a flanker to the original Polo Blue that was released in 2003, I think it said. Yeah, this one, the new one, the Gold Blend, was released last year in 2019, and it's the flanker to the original Polo Blue. Now, I've smelled the original Polo Blue. It wasn't a bad fragrance. It just didn't blow me away. This one, on the other hand, I think it added some notes to it and gave it a twist, which makes it a little bit more sophisticated and a little more, it's like a slight fruitiness to it because of some of the notes that's in it, which is why I like it a lot. Performance on this, I'm gonna go ahead and get that out of the way. I got about 5 to 5.5 hours of longevity out of this, which is average, I guess, if you consider that being the halfway point. There aren't many fragrances that I have that last beyond that. There are a few, but it's not many. And it could just be my skin. Sometimes it could just be the decant because I don't have a lot of bottles of certain fragrances, so that could be a factor. But that's what I got out of this one. Now, I am not at the hospital, like I said, anymore, so I'm not in a climate-controlled environment. I'm in the elements now. I'm outside when it's raining, when it's cloudy outside, when the sun is blazing like it is today. It was cool in the shade because it was a slight breeze, but I mean, you can probably tell I have a tan now. You see the tan line. I'm dark down here and now I'm light up here. But I'm putting these fragrances now to the test, being that I'm working outside. And I must say, in the air with the breeze blowing, this smelled so nice. I kept getting whiffs of this throughout the day, and I can tell when it kind of died down, it was getting close to the 4.5, pushing the 5-hour mark is where it started to like lose its steam a little bit. Projection was about 2 to 2.5 hours, which is not bad at all in most cases. It is considered to be an aromatic fragrance. It's a fresh spicy, it's citrusy, balsamic, it's a warm spicy, and it's herbal. Top notes. You get lime, citron, grapefruit, ginger, pepper, and cardamom. And mid notes, you get melon, which is what I like. You do get that melon in it. And I like the fact that it has the lime, the grapefruit, citron, and the melon in it. And it also has, I'm going to get to that in a second, sage, lavender, and green apple. Those fruity notes or citrusy notes is what makes this a perfect fragrance for spring and summer. Especially when it's hot outside, you spray this on and it is real refreshing. It's bright, it's slightly brisk, and you can't, it's just a very nice fragrance. Base notes, you get incense, vetiver, patchouli, and amber. And I like the incense and the vetiver in this also. Price point, you can pick this up somewhere in the $60 range starting out. Some people may be able to find it a little cheaper. But that $60, $65 to $70 range, not too bad. I can swing that. When it starts to get ridiculous, upwards past 70 is where I kind of draw my line. 60 is really pushing it for me, personally speaking. Now, I can't speak for everybody. I know everybody's not balling on a budget. Some people can, they have the willpower to save up and buy what they want. It wouldn't take me long to save up to get this, and I really do want this fragrance in particular, and I will get it. What else did I write down about this? That's pretty much it. I mean, it's a very nice fragrance. I'm going to go ahead and reapply this last little bit because I'm about to get out of here and head to my second job. Man, that is so refreshing. It's bright, it's crisp. I got enough for another wearing. I'm not gonna spray it all on. I got enough for one more wearing out of that one. That's nice. That's a very nice, very invigorating fragrance. I like that a lot. I saw it when it first came out. I think it's 2 different ones, if I'm not mistaken. And I think the first time I saw them, I was in Alabama at the time, taking my grandmother home, and we stopped by, I think it was Bell's, and their Bell's there is a lot different than the one here. Ours doesn't have an actual fragrance case like Belk's or Nordstrom's or something like that. Theirs has an actual case in the middle, glass case with all the new fragrances and some old ones. And I saw it, but you weren't able to smell them. So I'm not sure if it was Ulta or Belk's where I actually did get my nose on one of them. I vaguely remember it, but now that I have it on again, it's a very nice fragrance. If you're looking for something that's going to stand out past that 5.5 hour mark, you may be pushing it. I'm not sure, what people's skin, body chemistry, or how dry or moisturized your skin is. That factors into a lot of things. It's a very nice citrusy type fragrance. If you like that, it dries down to I almost get a woodiness to it. It's very nice. I'd wear this on a date, to be honest with you. I think it's nice enough for that. It's not strong enough to offend anybody if you wear it to work, like in a closed environment. It's just subtle enough to be pulled off in an office, but nice enough to be worn in a date setting, or you just want to hang out with some friends at your local pub, or Buffalo Wild Wings or something like that, and just chill. It's nice. So with that being said, y'all, I highly recommend, if you are a Polo fragrance fan, check this one out. I'm not saying go out and buy a bottle of it, but at least go to your local retail store, see if they have it, sample it. If you can get a decan of it, try it out for a few days, see what you think about it. I like it. I really don't recommend too many fragrances on this channel, to be honest with you, especially not to just go out and blind buy. Just because I like or love a fragrance doesn't mean that you have to go out and just purchase it just because. I really want people to take into consideration that sometimes things just don't work for you as it would me, and vice versa. So please be considerate of that when you're listening to not just my reviews, but anybody's reviews. We mean well. We tend to want to be guides for your fragrance journeys. I know there are some subscribers who have said I've saved them a lot of money over time by the recommendations that I've done. But there are other people out there like Trey Sense, Matt over at Georgia Gent, Cali Reviews, and so on and so forth that have great videos. They do great things. And the fragrance community in a whole, whether we all get along or we don't get along, we all have content that is put out here to be a road sign, if you will, to direct you into certain fragrances, certain fragrance worlds, whether it's niche, indie, the lower end, regular stuff. So with that being said, y'all, thanks for tuning in. Here is to smelling great. I'm out. Peace.